Well, well, look what we have here today. More Juju slander. Juju Watkins takes a wild swipe at Caitlin Clark in this interview. Juju Watkins disrespects, in all caps, disrespects Caitlin Clark, claiming Asia Wilson deserves the credit for a WNBA surge. Media keeps lying about Juju Watkins. No one cares to see her play. So, what we're going to do is, right, I'm going to read this article, right? This, long story short, this article is basically her saying that Asia Wilson is her favorite player, and Asia Wilson is, in her opinion, the reason why the WNBA is popular. Now, before we get into this, I just want to ask one question. Is this one question? Well, maybe two questions. First, why does this affect you, Caitlin Clark fans? This is why I call y'all Clarkies. My question is, why does this affect Caitlin Clark fans? That Juju Watkins' opinion, a 19-year-old college sophomore, by the way, you guys want to cancel a 19-year-old sophomore in college because her favorite player is Asia Wilson, and she believes that Asia Wilson deserves more credit for the popularity of the WNBA. Now, I will say that I didn't agree with giving LeBron the ball the last 3 seconds of the game every time over Kobe and KD and players like that. But again, that is her opinion of who she would give the ball to. Same with this. Why does a college sophomore opinion affect Caitlin Clark's legacy? Why? And I'm already knowing without reading the comments, it's either, since now she said this, it's either Juju Watkins is jealous, Juju Watkins is woke, and Juju Watkins is trying to get the I don't want to get beat up in the WNBA card. So now she's trying to team up with the woke WNBA. I don't understand it. But anyway, this says Juju Watkins has quickly become a name synonymous with basketball excellence. As a standout player for USC, she's already making waves in her sophomore year of college. Keep that in mind. With record-breaking performances and comparisons to basketball legends, Watkins is cementing her name as the future star of the WNBA. But when asked about the league's rising popularity, the young phenom offered a take that stirred some conversations. Right? Then we have, let's read this first. In a recent interview with Forbes, Watkins reflected on the WNBA's growth and players who have paved the way. While many might credit Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese for the league's increased visibility, Watkins gave a nod to someone else, her idol, reigning MVP Asia Wilson. Quote unquote, coming from Juju herself. Yeah, I'm a big Asia Wilson fan, Watkins said, making it clear who she believes has been instrumental in the league's success. So I am more of a players person, not really teams, but I love my LA Sparks, being from LA, but I'm a big Asia fan. Just the way she's so dominant on the floor is really inspiring. Watkins stopped short of mentioning Clark or Reese, both of whom have become household names for their fierce rivalry and impact of women's basketball. Instead, her focus remained on Wilson and the league's broader growth. And just to see the growth in women's basketball is something really to look forward to as I continue this journey. My goal is just to continue to push the game forward and play to the best of my abilities. That's all she said was she's a fan of Asia Wilson, and she gave reasons why she's a fan of Asia Wilson. But yet this rubs the Clarkies the wrong way because she didn't say Caitlin Clark. Even though Caitlin Clark gave her number to get advice, she just automatically supposed to say Caitlin Clark. So now all of a sudden she's trying to join the woke media, the woke players, the woke fans. Everybody that's considered woke is against Caitlin. And even reading the caption here, Juju Watkins disrespect Caitlin Clark, the WNBA surge. What? What? Clark's effect grew every statistic for women's college or women's league in general, such as viewership ratings, attendance, and gate revenue. Indiana Fever went from 4,000 fans to over 15,000 fans per game. And I guarantee you Juju Watkins could care less. Because y'all was just saying not too long ago that Juju plays in front of nobody. Empty buildings following Juju Watkins. This is why Ben said stop comparing players to Caitlin Clark. Let players be themselves. Because now it's going to seem like Juju is going to be set up to fail. Because if she's not averaging 35 points on an efficient note, 35, 15, and 7, it's like she's a casual. Because she's not selling out arenas like Caitlin Clark. That has nothing to do with it, bro. She doesn't care. We just watched the documentary. Juju Watkins is shy, conservative, and nonchalant as it is. All she wants to do is hoop and go home and play with her dog and wear baggy clothes. That's it. She doesn't care. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't care to play in front of hundreds of thousands of people anyway. All she wants to do is play basketball, something that she chose to do. She could have went and played tennis, but she didn't like it, so she went to play basketball, something she wanted to do, and is now excelling in it. Let her be herself. And to now all the people in the comments that say stuff like, Cece gave Juju Watkins, or Caitlin Clark, gave Juju Watkins her cell phone number, so that she could talk to her if she needs anything. Caitlin Clark should stop helping these unthankful players. So since she didn't say Caitlin Clark is the greatest athlete to ever summon a basketball, Juju Watkins is now considered unthankful. This is why women alliances don't last. They're just too petty. So now saying Asia Wilson is her favorite player is petty. Nobody came to watch Juju Watkins' last game. She will never be as popular as Caitlin Clark. I don't think she really cares. Anyway, she doesn't interact with a lot of people anyway. You see her play, and it's clear that they hyped her without having the skills to back it up. So when USC plays, do y'all just sit there and just hope that she fails? This sounds like some LeBron stuff. And I don't really care for LeBron like that. I don't hate LeBron. His mentality, however, it needs to be checked out a little bit. But it just seemed like y'all just scream at the TV for her to fail because she doesn't talk about Caitlin Clark like that. Not surprised that Juju gravitates towards Asia because their games are similar and boring as heck. Juju is just another. So two anothers. She's a two-time another little activist. So either she's jealous, woke, and activist, or I don't want to get beat up in a WNBA card, right? So what do you expect? LOL. Funny because Caitlin is the one who told her to play her game. Funny how Juju and her coach asked Caitlin to help her and gave her number. Why do that bull stuff? Why do that BS? And just like that, any Caitlin fans that were going to watch Juju with excitement will not be watching. She shoots 13% from 3 and below 40% from the field. Not like we're missing anything anyway. So, even though y'all trying to cancel a 19-year-old for her opinion, I mean, that's on y'all. I mean, if that makes y'all sleep better at night, I'm guaranteeing you she doesn't care. But even though she did say at one point Angel Reese was her Rookie of the Year vote. Let's just listen closely.
Yeah, you're
That's the
sideways
option.
only. Well, not really.
I have captions on because some people, they may not be able to hear what they're saying.
All right, let me show you some. Let me show you some shit that you might like. Who do you think is winning Rookie of the Year this year? Who you get your money on?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with Caitlin.
Kaylin?
Yeah.
Okay, let's rewind it. Hold on. Who do you think is winning Rookie of the Year this year? Full Kicks employee
Who
manager.
you get your money on?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with Caitlin.
Kaylin?
Juju just said out of her own mouth during this Cool Kicks interview that Kaylin is her Rookie of the Year. At one point, she did.
Who you get your
As
money
season
on?
goes on, you kind of it's kind of proven pudding who was going to win. It was Caitlin Clark.
Good question.
We already know that. But as I said before, Caitlin Clark is brain rot. This proves my point of Caitlin Clark being so entertaining that no matter how talented or how good others are, they could never come close to Caitlin Clark. Ever. They will never come close to Caitlin Clark no matter how good or talented players are. Because at the end of the day, people are going to compare them to Caitlin Clark. Even though Caitlin Clark is in the offseason playing golf, not even thinking about basketball, didn't even try to go for the Unrivaled League. She's golfing. She doesn't care about basketball right now. But the Clarkies, y'all must assemble against any player that is against the leader, Caitlin Clark. It's the same thing with Taylor Swift. If you say Ariana Grande is a better singer than Taylor Swift, you're getting mauled. You're getting attacked in your comment section for saying that. But, again, listen again. Hold on.
Who do you think is winning Rookie of the Year this year? Who you get your money on?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with Caitlin.
Kaylin?
Yeah,
Should go. Should go.
She figured it out.
She figured it out, that ass. Let's see. The Travis Air Max.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark winning Rookie of the Year. So, again, this wasn't even supposed to be a video, but seeing multiple videos back to back to back of Juju slander, because I only rock with very few amount of WNBA players. Well, not WNBA players, like college players. I do mess with a lot of WNBA players, but college-wise, college is starting to get kind of slim right now. It's only a handful of college players I really mess with. But the Juju slander cannot happen. And it's really for no reason. I mean Caitlin Clark is his profile picture, so, that makes sense. We know he's a Clarkie. This guy is a Clarkie. This guy is definitely a Clarkie. This guy here, he's a Clarkie. He's even got on Angel Reese, which we could talk about in this video, but I'm going to leave that alone for probably the next video. That might be a whole nother video to talk about. But, yeah, I don't understand it. Once again, we're still comparing players to Caitlin Clark, and she's not even thinking about basketball. So, you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about what she said about Asia Wilson being her favorite player. Again, I don't know why this affects Caitlin Clark fans. Y'all really should just turn over and go back to bed. She doesn't care for Caitlin Clark? Oh, well. Let me fluff my pillow. Let me go right back to sleep. But again, y'all have to assemble against the anti-Clarks. At this point, it's anti-Clarks. If you don't say Caitlin Clark is the best player, you're an anti-Clark. From Antichrist to anti-Clark. It's crazy out here. Like, I don't know. You guys let me know down below in the comments. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.